Hey everyone, good afternoon. I haven't been live in forever. I am actually waiting for Helene of Mama Bear PT to jump on and ask to be invited to our live together. She and I will be speaking about a really cool expo that we have. Oh, yay, she's here. She's going to be talking with me about a really cool expo that we have put together through the Perinatal Professionals of New Jersey. And I'm really excited to talk a lot about it and what it includes and who's going to be there and all of the great resources that we have available for moms and dads and little ones. So give me a second while I get her in. So she should be joining any second. And I'm going to add her as a moderator. Yay!
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining. I'm excited to tell everybody about this expo that you have been so diligently planning.
Yeah, I know. It feels like I'm like giving birth again.
It's just not a real baby.
Right. Just an event baby.
Baby. Dr.
Yeah.
Caroline has put in so much work to the planning and the executing and everything that has to do with the Your Village Awaits Expo. So let's talk about it. Like, what is it? Who is it for? Ages, parents. Give me all the rundown.
That's a great question. So, well, a great prompt. It's coming up on January 25th at 10 a.m. It's going to be, so I've attended a ton of expos, right, and other events, and I always feel a little bit awkward. You're standing at a table, people are like, oh, I've seen 4 PTs already. Like, don't talk to me anymore. I don't want to talk about my pelvic floor anymore, right? And it can be so helpful. But we wanted to try something a little bit different because the spirit of our organization, the Perinatal Professionals of North Jersey, is very collaborative, is very much like everyone needs support. If I'm not doing it for you, like, let me send you to my friend who may also do the same thing as me, but does it a little bit differently. There's somebody for everybody, and we really just want everyone to get the support and help they need. So our event, we're going to have 6 different interdisciplinary panels with different combinations of professionals like Sarah, who's going to talk about sleep, of course. But we'll also have with Sarah a mental health professional speaking about the importance of sleep for mental health and recovery. And I believe, who else did we put on that panel? A chiropractor?
It was a chiropractor? Casey? Is Casey on the panel?
She's on an intimacy panel.
Okay.
So intimacy is another panel. We have someone else on the sleep panel. I don't remember, but we have all types of professionals from pelvic floor PTs, mental health professionals, sleep coach. Well, you're our only sleep coach, Sarah, and sex coach. We also have a fertility mindset coach and a nature therapist. All of us specialize in working with folks during any time from conception or fertility journey through parenting. I'd say, probably mostly targeted at that first year or two postpartum, but at least as a pelvic floor PT, I know I see people who are a few years postpartum and haven't had a chance to get the help that they need or deserve while we're focusing on their young kids. I know you help kids up to age 7 or 8. So we have, a lot of us are, seeing folks through the many years postpartum. So, and
you're always postpartum.
Yep. Postpartum is forever. You've never not had a kid. So, and it's good for, yes, like you said, moms, dads, and kiddos. We're going to have a soft play area with supervision and some busy bins from Gia over at Busy Bins, some sensory bins. So that'll be awesome for the kids to go to. We're also going to have some mini support groups going on, little 20-minute support groups, just kind of icebreakers, get a little bit of support, feel connection with some fellow parents. So I know that's part of the hardest I always felt, especially when I was nursing overnight. it was always, I felt so alone. So we're hoping to break through some of that for folks.
Yay, I love it. This sounds amazing. Okay, is there a cost? Do we have to pay?
No, it's totally free. It's free for everyone. We're
Yay, I
so
love
lucky
it.
that the space is actually being sponsored by they're the North Jersey oral surgery group. Their Paramus office. They have a gorgeous seminar space that they have let us use over the weekend, which is very generous. And then we have our planning committee who's all volunteer and working our butts off. So there's no cost associated.
Yay! There's going to be activities for kids and a chance to talk to all of the professionals to get, like, I know all of us, right? And whenever we are hosting tables at these events, we are here to obviously talk a little bit more about what we do with families, but so many times I'm able to just give like little pieces of advice. As long as time serves us, why not? So I think
because you've done it for me. I know I've texted you in crisis and you've given me like, I'm like, it's going to be a whole thing. And you've given me one solution, the crib tent. Oh, genius, still working for us.
I can't even tell you. I was thinking about like, oh, if Helene is like, not able to get on right away, what's the topic that I talk about? Right now, it's how many 2-year-olds are climbing out of their cribs.
Yep.
Yeah, like
and
this week.
Are not ready to not be in a crib.
No.
I was like, I have to do a behavioral intervention and teaching me how to stay in his crib. This is never going to work. This is going to be so stressful. And Sarah's like, just buy a crib tent.
Just buy a crib tent.
Well, just best $60 I ever spent.
I sent that link to 2 other people just in the last 48 hours alone.
Yeah, so a lot of us have little things like that. Like my big thing, one of the biggest things is if folks are having back pain with nursing, take the pillow, move it, don't have it behind your butt, have it in the small of your back, moving it up just those couple inches for that support to bring you into a neutral pelvis while you're nursing. That's one of my like go-tos, doesn't cost anything and can change everything pretty quickly because you're in that, with a newborn, you're nursing fairly often and we get stuck in that like butt tucked under position while we're healing. And that can, for some people, if it's not causing you pain, don't worry about it. But if you're having some lower back discomfort, it's such an easy way. So a lot of us have these super easy, quick tips that we love to share that maybe can save you a lot of time and money and grief down the road. And we want to share them.
Yes, so we do.
And our last panel, so we're having 5 panels of like kind of just on topics, intimacy, mental health, sleep, lip and tongue ties, exercise. And then our 6th panel is going to be an Ask Me Anything panel. And we're using a website is really simple. You can go on and ask any anonymous question and it'll get posted to our slideshow. And then any of our professionals who are there can answer it. So it can be something that you feel too embarrassed to ask, that you're not sure who to ask. And I'm sure you're not the only one who has that question, and we want to answer it.
Yes. So, is this a form that they'll fill out at the event, or is it something ahead of time? Both?
Whip out your phone. You can whip out your phone at the event. We're going to have the QR code posted all over, and just pop in your question, and it'll be there for us when we start the panel. So it can be you're walking around talking to professionals, and you didn't feel like asking, or you thought of it after or your kid started crying. Just whip out that website on your phone. You don't have to download an app or anything and ask us a question.
I love that. That's actually a feature that I haven't seen used in all of these events that we host together.
Yeah, Casey found it. She's awesome.
Oh,
that's Sex Coach Casey. For those of you who don't know her, she's incredible.
Sex Coach Casey is amazing. Yeah. Contact her.
Yes. Casey, K-A-C-I, Sex Coach Casey. So she uses this when she hosts workshops because she has her master's in education. So she's
I was going to say it sounds a lot like Kahoot, which is a resource that we used to use in the classroom when I was teaching.
Yeah. Mentimeter, similar idea. Yeah, so we'll have that going on, and then everyone will leave with a swag bag full of all the goodies you normally have to go to each table to pick up.
Oh, it's so much better.
So
you can just
go hang out, talk, ask questions. Yeah. So it should be an easy day. we'll have coffee and refreshments for parents, of course. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I am going to leave a link for sign up
Yep.
so that we just have an idea. Again, there's no cost to attend, but we would love to have an idea of how many people will be in attendance.
Yeah.
So scan the QR code to reserve your spot. If you're looking at it on a computer, and I'm going to leave the link on my stories so that you can actually click on the link and register. January 25th. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yes, it is. Right here in Paramus.
What's the name of?
So we listed at Say Cheez Dental.
That's what I thought.
Say Cheez, CHEEZ. And it's actually the office that's directly above them. So you can park in the parking lot, and it's right off of Route 4 in Paramus.
Oh,
so there's plenty of parking, easy to get to, and it's right before Route 4 meets 17. So you come 17, you come, it's right there.
Perfect. Plan a day out with your kids. Maybe go get some lunch before they go home and take their naps.
Yes. Yes. It's sensitive. It's nap time sensitive because we know 12:30 or 1 p.m. is the biological time for nap.
It is the biological time for nap.
Honor that to this day.
I know. So I love that you follow the advice.
When people tell me they nap later, I'm like, that's wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you that because you didn't ask me, but Sarah will tell you that's wrong.
Just nap a little earlier. What Dr. Helene is talking about is when I work with families, once a baby is about 4 to 6 months old, I really like to establish a biological sleep schedule instead of using wake windows, and making sure that we're really playing off of the biorhythms of our body and what we do naturally. So the best time of day, eventually when your kids drop down to one nap, is going to be around 12:30 or 1. We actually feel that same surge, and we are about to feel it, the third hormone surge that our younger babies feel in about an hour. So around 3:30 is when we all get a burst of melatonin, and it says go take a nap. And in Europe, we would be taking a nap. And here we don't do that. We just
muscle through it grumpily.
We just go to the bus stop and pick up the kids and move in. Yeah. But either way, the event is scheduled early enough that you don't have to worry about any of that.
Nope. Yep.
And I'm really excited to be a part of it because you've done a really great job of getting everything together.
Oh, thank you. We're excited to have you.
Thank you. Awesome. Anything else you want to talk about, or did we cover it all?
I think we kind of covered the bulk of it. So yeah, I'm going to keep trying to post. You can see the event on Facebook. You can see the event on our website, which is just perinatalpros.com. You can see our event on Eventbrite. That's where the actual tickets are, but there's links for it all over the place. And we can't wait to see everybody there.
I can't wait to see everybody, meet some people, say hi to some kiddos, and give you guys some advice as needed. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Good. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. It was really great to see you. And I'm going to see you actually in person January 25th. I can't wait to give you a hug.
You too, Sarah.
All right, Helene, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.